Oh, no, I shouldn't have opened a window. Now your camera's broken. Okay, we're back.
Oh no.
Don't open windows on that screen. Okay, I'll remember that. My recording setup is so precarious. I cannot touch anything.
I imagine what it involves is a full screen Discord window that you basically just like screen capture in the OBS.
Basically, I also show like a browser overlay, and that browser overlay is just a floating window sitting above everything, covering my face so I don't have to see it. But like it just like I cover my face because it's weird. When I record videos, I always have my OBS off to the side, so if I see my face moving in front of me, it just completely throws me off. It's like having my audio play back in my head. It just feels really weird to me. I cannot deal with it. Like, I've tried to in the past. I know some people like it. It's not for me.
Well, because I happen to be using this wonderful Arc GPU, sometimes OBS likes to crash. So I've picked up the habit of, let's just put the OBS window directly in front of me so I can make sure that OBS is still open. And I literally just watch myself be a talking head
I can
sometimes.
see it out the periphery of my vision. Like, it's just I've got a my setup is so fucking stupid. I've got a horizontal monitor in front of me. This is where all my main stuff happens. Off to the side here, I have a vertical monitor. This is where usually Discord lives, but right now OBS is there as well. I also have another vertical monitor behind this monitor. I can only see half the monitor. The reason why it's there is you probably noticed my videos. I look slightly off from the camera. It's my teleprompter. I bought the cheapest monitor I could find. It sits on an arm and it does what it needs to do. It's a giant waste of money doing it like this. I'm sure there was a better option, but I'm not going to change it.
There is. It's called, there's teleprompter apps for your phone.
That's a good point. I hadn't considered that. I've been doing it like this for so long.
You think your monitor config is kind of stupid? I have 6 monitors connected to this computer.
Oh.
I've got the 3 in front of me. It's set up command-based style.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the one in the server rack because that's where the computer actually lives.
Right.
And then I've got the TV here, and then I've got another TV in the kitchen. And this system is connected to all of them. Because, sometimes, like if I'm in the kitchen, I want to throw a recipe up on the screen. And it's like, I don't want to keep a dedicated computer in the kitchen because, my kitchen's a nightmare.
Fair enough.
So it's just like, where the heck am I going to put that? So, and then, sometimes I just want to watch like a full screen YouTube video.
Mm-hmm.
And then, obviously because the computer's in the server room, it's nice to have, a monitor in the server room or at least some kind of a screen just in case you need to do things.
Sure. Man,
but yeah,
it works.
If you guys are, if the audience is any curious as to how I have this set up, I'm not using any Thunderbolt docks like a certain tech YouTuber. I'm just using really long HDMI and USB cables.
Yep. I think
because I'm doing it the proper way.
I think some people forget how far you can actually take an HDMI cable, even before going to the fiber optic HDMI cable, all that nonsense. Like regular HDMI cables go a really long distance. Like the standard is pretty solid.
I think the standard is like 600 feet.
yeah,
because you're not feeding you don't care about the electrical quality at all because it is all just a digital signal. That's the beauty of HDMI, unlike USB, which USB also has to provide power.
Yeah.
So what
USB,
I have for
I don't know what the modern standard is. I know USB 2 was I think it was 3 or 4 meters. I don't know what the current is.
USB is, I think it's 15 feet.
Yeah, it's definitely not that far.
Which is
about 4 meters.
I think that's 3.5 to 4 meters.
Mm-hmm.
But you can get like these repeater cables that'll amplify the signal.
Yeah.
That's what I'm using. It just plugs into a wall, and it's like it's just a little 5-volt connection to amplify the strength of the signal for USB. It works perfectly fine. I've run into this nice little USB hub that I picked up off of Amazon for like $30. Typically, it's the same kind of hub that you would use for a Raspberry Pi because it's a 16-port hub that plugs into the wall and provides its own power as well, so I don't have to worry.
A 16-port hub?
Yes.
How well does that play when you have everything docked?
Everything just works.
Sure. Okay. Wait, what is that connected to your system with?
USB 3.
Okay, so what does the dock have on it?
I've got my mice, my keyboard,
Okay.
this microphone. I've got my 2 lamps, and then I happen to have like this camera as well. Actually, right here is the hub. It lives right underneath the screen.